the dead of winter, when the cold and snow may take you hostage in its hold, you best beware the curse of the Wendigo. For when it reaches out her tempting hand, a way out of the hunger and cold, you must resist, for it will change you. Your flesh will tear, your bones will crack, your skin will shed and turn to ice as you let the spirit take you. When all is done, the pain will end, but the hunger will persist. Sharpened to a jagged point, who knows what you will have become. The Wendigo is believed to be a mythological creature or evil spirit, with the myth originating from the folklore of many First Nations Algonquian tribes such as the Innu and the Cree, said to take hold of those in a state of distress, filling them with an insatiable hunger for flesh, bone and organs. Descriptions of the Wendigo differ wildly, with some implying that the person taken by the spirit remains largely unchanged, although appearing emaciated and feral. Other accounts describe a creature of immense size and strength, which grows upon each kill, while still remaining gaunt and skeletal, with the last of their humanity being stripped away. Although differing tribes told differing tales, there are details consistent among most accounts. For one, the Wendigo is said to always start as a human, transformed under duress into something monstrous. The Wendigo is seen as an embodiment of gluttony, greed and cruelty. Never satisfied after killing and consuming one person, they are constantly hunting for new prey. According to legend, it's almost impossible to escape or kill a fully formed Wendigo, with the ability to hunt and stalk their victims with supernatural endurance, speed and senses. It seems almost a fool's gambit to try. Bullets are ineffective in a traditional sense, only serving to slow the creature down if hit. Dismembering the head and burning the body is said to be one of the only viable tactics. If by some chance you were able to capture a Wendigo before the transformation is complete, stories state that forcing the creature to consume boiling animal fat may reverse the curse, melting its frozen heart and freeing the person within. Legend tells that the first Wendigo was a member of a warring tribe, although details are sparse and differ greatly from story to story. This person supposedly underwent a ritual or communed with an ancient spirit and made a bargain for power. In exchange for mighty strength and fearsome skills on the battlefield, they would be transformed, consumed with a never-ending hunger, which would drive them to kill and kill again. Soon, their tribe would claim victory, having vanquished all those who faced them with this new power they had been granted, but at a terrible cost. Unable to return to normal life, they were outcast from their tribe, forced deep into the wilderness in an attempt to cast out the curse. But by now, the damage was done and the Wendigo was born. Stories of the Wendigo like this seem to play an important role in the lives of many people living in tribal communities, with them serving as cautionary tales. That greed, cruelty, and most tellingly, cannibalism would lead to a disturbing end for anyone who couldn't resist temptation. In addition to describing a cannibalistic monster, some Native American tribes also understood the Wendigo as a concept. The Wendigo applies to any person, movement, or idea consumed by a destructive drive towards greed and excessive consumption, traits that sow the seeds of distrust and disharmony in a community if left unchecked. There are many tales of real Wendigos and those who dedicated their lives to hunting them, but two which stand out prominently. First, the tale of Swift Runner, a member of the Cree tribe cast out to live alone with his family. During the winter of 1878, Swift Runner and his family were starving. Instead of departing to the nearby Hudson's Bay Company post for supplies, he butchered and ate his family, seemingly overcome with the desire to consume their bodies, since there was no need to resort to cannibalism due to desperation. The second is the case of Jack Fiddler, a tribal chief and medicine man, well known for his powers in defeating Wendigos. Over his lifetime, he claimed to have killed over 14 Wendigos, or people said to be undergoing the transformation. As a result, Fiddler and his brother Joseph were arrested and tried for murder by the Canadian authorities in 1907. Jack escaped imprisonment and hanged himself in the woods, while Joseph died in jail only a matter of days before he received a pardon. These cases, and the many others like them, raise a number of disturbing implications. Further details of both the Swift Runner incident and some of the cases Jack Fiddler claimed to have worked on reveal that many who were said to have been Wendigos, terrible monsters who had to be exiled or executed before the curse took hold, may actually have been people suffering with mental illness, which was little understood at the time. Erratic or antisocial behaviour of an individual in a tribe might have been attributed to the curse, leading them to be outcast or persecuted instead of receiving the help they sorely needed. In actual fact, there is a very real mental illness known as Wendigo Psychosis, described by psychiatrists as a culture-bound syndrome, with symptoms including an intense hunger for human flesh, or the uncontrollable fear of becoming a cannibal. It's now believed that many, if not all Wendigo cases can be explained as people suffering from Wendigo Psychosis or other mental illnesses, with the stories and legend of the Wendigo Curse and the monster itself only serving to reinforce widespread discrimination. Maybe this explanation is the truth behind the monster, or maybe, out there deep within the frozen landscape of the American North, lurks a creature with an insatiable hunger. It's safe to conclude at least that the legend of the Wendigo will continue to persist for generations to come.